Alright guys, gee, I'm not even sure where I left off with you guys. I kind of went ahead and did a bunch of stuff on it and repainted it. I detailed the interior, and then did a bunch of work to the cab. I eliminated the rain gutter, terminated it here where it should be, and then I shaved the trim off the doors, and then went ahead and did my two-tone paint, added my trim kit, and I do have these in stock. So I have 6 of these left in stock. I'll be printing more of these later this week, and they're $25 plus shipping, and I'll leave a link in the description of the video where you can order these. So this kit, you do have to cut some of these to size. I may do a kit later, but you got the blazer and then the long boxes, and different people are doing different stuff, so it's kind of hard to. I want to try to build something that does all, but however, this kit will not do a long box, so I may have to address that in the future. If you have a long box and you want this, just let me know, and then I'll make you a special set. It's just a matter of making these longer. So anyways, I did that off camera because I'm kind of experimenting with how I'm fastening these trim sets onto the body. I haven't really come up with a good way yet. Once it's done, it's done. And the way that I did this one is I have this adhesive backed like sticker. It's actually, this is what it's for. It's for doing stickers. And I use like a 3M contact cement to spray this side to stick these guys onto the backing, and then cut. You can see where I cut one out, and then you peel the backing off, and in theory it would stick to the body. But this adhesive sticker stuff is not very good, so I would not advise doing that unless you find a better something that has a better adhesive on it. So yeah, I've had to go back through this quite a bit. These keep popping off, and then I had to put some super glue in there. I use super glue gel from Loctite. So just a tiny bit, and just kind of spot weld them on. But with the super glue, if these come off, then the paint comes off. But yeah, one thing I learned is the trim is probably one of the very last things you ever want to do on a build. So anyways, what else did I do? Oh, I deleted the holes in the fender and also in the box. So what I did is I epoxied a nut on the inside, and now there's a screw that goes in each side, just about like on the real 1-to-1. And then I went ahead and shaved the grill to get that blockiness out of it. See, I had one sitting right here. I don't know what I did with it. Just so you can see the difference. Here it is. This is a stock grill, but it's still, so you can see the difference. So this is only about 60 thousandths, and this is like almost 1/8 of an inch thick. So yeah, that makes a big difference. And then what else did I have to do to this one? Because this one was the first build that I did before I did the one for the tutorials. And On this one, this was kind of square yet, where it kind of rounds around. Right here, where the headlight bezel ends, you want to round that over like the real 1-to-1, and it'll look pretty much just like how a real front fender is. After you add the correction piece. So I got that done. And yeah, other than that, I did the interior. I went ahead and upholstered my buckets and repainted the door cards. I detailed the dash. I actually, I don't know if you can see that, but I did the glove compartment. So basically I just printed a filler piece that glues to the bottom of the RC4WD drive dash. Let me see if I can find my... No, it's not here. Let me see if I can get a close-up without... Hope it's in focus. Again, I'm doing this stuff on a cell phone, so I'm working on getting a better camera set up. And then, I don't know, I'll do something with this, make it look more like a like an RC channel, because that is what I'm going to be doing. So have a more professional looking setup in here. Fortunately, I am confined with space, so I will have my printers in here, but hopefully the upgraded printers will be quieter, so I won't have all that background noise if they are running. But you know, them things pretty much run 24/7. See what else. I can't really. Oh yeah, I don't know if you noticed the sill plate. I did that, and then I also did the weather stripping around where the door seal is. So I added that. I still got this side to do yet, but I got the seal plate here. Now that I did both versions, the new style and the old style. The old style was aluminum, and then the new style is plastic. So I designed both versions, and yeah, I was actually kind of dreading doing that, but it actually it was a lot easier than I was anticipating. Oh, another killer detail I did is I don't know if you noticed, but I did the kicker panels too. So if you look in there, you can see the kicker panels. So it looks more complete and finished. Yeah, the more scale they get, the more your mind knows that things are missing. You know, it's like when you look at a stock truck. You know, your brain doesn't connect it with a real one. But once it starts getting closer to looking like a real one, then your brain's like, wait a minute, something's missing. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's pretty detailed now. I don't know if I'm gonna get any more detailed. I may do the Traxxas dash in future trucks. But I don't know if I'm going to create my own version of that. I actually thought that was done by a third party, but yeah, it turns out that's the Traxxas K10 dash. Alright, so where I'm at with this one now, I still got to do the windshield yet, and I really need to do that before I move on. That way I can kind of button the cab up, at least the interior. Before I can do the windshield, I got to take the dash out one last time, and then I'll put that in, and then I am going to do a console. I try to model like the 70s Blazer console for the round head, the 73 to 79, 80 trucks. So that'll be coming in the future. But yeah, I'm at a transitional point now where I guess the next step with this is to do the tail lights and the headlights and turn signal. So I'm going to do my custom lenses like I did on the other one. And then I'm gonna make a custom wire harness that'll tuck behind the, in between the grill and the firewall or the radiator's core support, so it'll be routed just like a real one. And yeah, inner fenders. Inner fenders might come when I start diving into these builds. I got 2 cabs. The one that I scanned yet, and then this one here, which I started working on, but I decided I'm gonna scrap the kits that I have now, or at least what is not going to be usable on the version 2. But yeah, now that I got this scanned in CAD, now I can recreate some of these parts, like the door inner shells. That was really hard to get, and I didn't quite get it right, but now I should be able to get it exact. And then what I'm thinking is for the door jamb is I'm gonna recreate the whole back. You gonna, if you have the cab anyway, I might as well replace that back with mine, and then it's all just, it'll be a lot easier to build, I think. You could, but you could use the RC4WD drive, but if you do part one of them together, it gets kind of expensive. Yeah, I actually got one of these right here. So basically I can recreate this, but put the door jamb details right into this, and then you just glue it on. So yeah, so headlights, and then oh yeah that we're definitely doing something different with, and that'll be part of the super scale kit. Is what I'm going to attempt to do is cut this out where the bezel goes, and then I'm going to create a 3D printed bezel that'll have the trim piece that goes around the border of the taillight. That'll all be done right into the bezel, and that'll glue on the inside. And that's going to be something that you'll probably want to do after you paint, because otherwise you'll have to, I mean, you could mask it. I mean, it won't be hard, because you'd just be able to just put a piece of masking tape over it and then trim around it, because you'll have a groove to follow with an X-Acto knife. So you could easily mask that off. And then I'm going to try to design that to use the existing RC4WD drive lens. But I guess there's nothing stopping you from forming a new one out of red Lexan. You could go that route too, if you wanted to get rid of the screw holes, because they're not quite in the quite right place. So yeah, that's going to be the next step there. And then once I get the lights done, get that wired up, then I'll be ready to move on to the chassis. So I'm going to set this stuff aside. I hope that printer's not too annoying. I can't pause it because it will screw up, and I've been trying to print this all day and I'm not stopping it again. Alright, so now set them aside. Alright, so I got my new RC4WD drive frame rails here. I need to get these in the CAD as well, so that I can design this stuff maybe a little better, or at least I'll have reference, because I'll be able to build this fully in CAD now. So that'll, I should be able to refine those mounts. Well, we lost the light. Yeah, I have an LED light that I hang up to get better light in here, because the lighting is kind of dim in here. But normally I don't need, you know, I don't need the sun in here. I just need a enough light to see. So that's usually off. Okay, so anyways, we got the frame, so I'm gonna be able to improve the parts that they make for the frame rails. We don't use any of the RC4WD drive cross members. We just use the rails. And then later this year, when I start getting into carbon fiber, laminating carbon fiber cloth, we're gonna be 3D printing a mold to mold a more scale version of the real frame rails. I have a 68 short box frame. I may use that as my as something to go off of, because they're pretty similar to those frames are pretty similar to the square body. Otherwise, I do have a Blazer chassis out back that is a 70s frame. And I might be able to use that, and then I'll just have to stretch the valley out of the frame. So we got that, and then and I have my got a set of K44 axles here. So we got those. I have a spring set somewhere. Oh, right here. So I got the spring set. One thing I got to get for this is the U-bolts for the rear axle, because the new kit is going to require you to relocate the axle. You're going to want to slide it back probably 1/8 of an inch to where it would be stock, or maybe even a little more than that, because I want to get more space between the box and the cab. And it's just as simple as that, just relocating these on the springs. But you won't be able to use the holes in the leaf springs. You'll need the U-bolt set, and then that'll allow you to slide them anywhere you want. You can position them anywhere you want on the leaves. So once I got that done, then it'll be time to design the drivetrain. So I am going to work on an engine block that will work with existing RC4WD drive stuff, like the Brock heads. So I got these, I got the intake. What else? Oh, I got the distributor here with the wires. So I got that, and then of course we got the R4 transmission. But they quit making the version with the integrated transfer case that's mounted directly to the transmission. So that's a bit of a problem, because the worst isn't going to work, because it's not how a real one is. So what I'm going to do, so what I noticed on this, if you take this plate off, you can flip the output shaft to either side of this. So what I'm going to do is take this plate, and then you're gonna flip that, right? Because originally the output was on this side, right? So this was actually like that. So the input shaft would be out this way. So I flipped it. So now all I have to do is remove this plate, and then build an adapter plate that'll go from here. That will slip onto this. And I'm not sure how I'm going to go about that. If I'm just going to go, because it's kind of square right there. I don't know if I'm going to go kind of create like a socket to go over that, or if I'm just going to go straight flat mount to it. But yeah, there isn't much room, and I'm going to have to make a coupler. So we're going to have to couple this shaft to this shaft here, right? Alright, so give you an idea how thick this adapter. So that adapter is going to be about 1 inch long, and then it's going to have the mount to the cross member, just like the rail truck, and then I'm going to 3D print the cross member as well in a separate piece, and I'll scale that to the real thing, and then we'll get the position of the drop right. So I'm going to do that. after I get the chassis done and the headlights and all that. Can't think of anything else, of course. Oh yeah, we got the this came out of the RTR that I bought last year. So I got a motor for this project, but when I do the engine block, it's gonna be probably pretty similar to the RC4WD drive block. I don't have that, but man, the thing, it's kind of expensive. They should offer a version without the motor installed or something to get the price down on that. So yeah, we're gonna do the engine block, and then we're gonna make that work with the, what is it, the Fusion. I don't remember which one was in. It's the Hobby Wing Fusion Pro. So I'm gonna design it around this, so I know that fits, but we'll design it so that this fits. So it's gonna be so that'll work with the Fusion. What else? I really can't think of much else to talk about. I got the air cleaner here. That came off the other truck motor, the RC4WD V8 that I bought. And then I got this old engine tray, so I'm gonna rob the valve covers and move them over to this. And I think I'm going to try to cut that battery out of there and retain that and bring that over as well. But yeah, other than that, that's where we're at. Now of course we got the Jeep project, but and that's the axial Jeep CJ Jeep body. They sent it to me. The post office delivered it somewhere, I don't know, around here, but they didn't deliver it to me, so they're resending my order, but they haven't given me any confirmation when that's even gonna be here, so I have no idea when that's coming. So I guess the focus is to get this one done, because I want to have a trail rig. Last year I didn't even go out. I was busy doing these videos and then trying to deal with my other company. And I got that going now too, so, and that's the reason why I'm not putting out very many videos right now, is because I'm just getting that started up again. Now it's finally getting warm enough to work out there. The sales volume hasn't been enough to make it worthwhile to heat the shop, especially when it was cold this year. It was like in the teens most of the time, and when it's that cold, it's the torpedo heaters, the diesel doesn't even atomize, so they hardly even run, and then they burn your eyes out because of all the fumes and everything. So it's just not even worth it. So it's getting warm again, so I've opened that back up again, and I got a couple orders to do, and that'll help fund this and get this to going, and eventually this hopefully will fund the other company. It'll work both back and forth. So anyways, that's where we're at. So I'll get to work getting them lights done, and then we'll probably come back and you know, once I'm ready to do the chassis, we'll probably do some work on camera for that, add content to the channel. And then I'll probably do a lot of the Jeep build in a series on camera, kind of like I did the tutorial videos. But for now, I'm just trying to keep them short and sweet. So anyways, more to come. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks.